Hi everyone, SoulSilver17 here. I made the thumbnail. I don't own the pictures, not paid video. Alright, okay. So yeah. Just a lot of stuff's going on right now in my life. I'm about to start school tomorrow. God damn it. I mean, I know I chose to go to college, but it's a pain. But whatever. Anyways though, um people kept on asking for this along with the Springtrap one. And for those new Naruto and Deku what ifs, well, Naruto, Gravewalker, Deku, Black Panther, yep, gain the powers of, well, yeah, and, I may as well do a Deku Gravewalker one, but that will be probably later. I will try to get, like, the videos out tomorrow, hopefully, night. I could probably get at least one of each. I'm gonna watch Ruby later, and then I'm just going to, well, you know. Then I'm just gonna make that part. So, here's the thing. I want to make this not like, really short what if, but I'm gonna probably do at least just an hour. That's it. So enough of me talking. Let's just get into this. So, this is what if Deku was Shadow the Hedgehog, part 6, I think. I don't really care no more. Just So, last time we left off is Shadow gained Fleetway Sonic, and well, technically, gained Fleetway, and well, he found out that was his Uncle Speed, aka the very first Sonic the Hedgehog. And when he gets home, he sees Dr. Ivo. Inko's basically long friend, yeah, so as he said that he needs to talk to him and about even Gun. So, this is where we're going to start off. So, continuing on. As Shadow's looking at him, he's like, wait, how do you know about Gun? He goes, oh, easy. Anyone, well, who basically had an offer from them will know about them. And I didn't take it. I have many reasons why, my boy. But I am here because of... I need Gun's help. So, please, do you mind sitting down? As he looks at Amy, though, he's like, as long as she can stay here. He's like, oh, that'll be fine. It does affect the world, so it affects everyone. Effect. He was like, huh? He's like, I will explain. So, basically, when he sits down, he was like, now then, have you been wondering why there's sometimes maybe some changes? Even on the news, they've been showing some, well, events that normally would never happen. He was like, what, you mean like those earthquakes? That happens every, couple of days? He was like, yes. You see, I've been, going through all the data of all these events that have happened all over the world. And he's like, wait, all over the world? He's like, oh yes, it's not just here in Japan. But, I must warn you, you're about to not believe in me. So, hold on real quick. Alright, so he was like, wait, what do you mean I will not believe you? He's like, it's a story of a legend, of old. It's, quite remarkable that no one's ever even heard of it. But I found texts in a book not too long ago of reasons why such events have been happening. And so, as Dr. Ivo takes out the book, and he opens to it, a page of two creatures. One of pure light, the other one of pure darkness. He was like, wait, what are these? He goes, Light and Dark Gaia. You see, the events are happening just exactly the same way as Dark Gaia would. But, well, how should I say this? Not on the, well, catastrophic levels yet, but eventually it will, and our world will be swarmed into darkness. There's only one problem. He goes, what do you mean a problem? We don't have any way to stop this from happening. And we need many reactors to even. He's like, wait, reactors? He goes, yes. You may think of this as a stupid and idiotic thing, but I talked to Dr. Eggman. I mean, I was about to say Dr. Ivo, but my apologies, but yeah. Anyways, Shadow and Amy are shocked as Amy says, wait, are you insane? He's a madman! And as basically Dr. Ivo says, I know. But, like me, he's a great inventor and scientist. And he has the technology to build these reactors. Unlike me, I do not. Yes, I have a few robots to actually help me with my work. But that is it. Which Inko does saying, that is true. And Dr. Eggman doesn't have no, government telling him what he can build and cannot build, as he nods. So Shadow was like, so, how did you get in contact with him? He goes, oh, I basically made an encrypted message all around the world for the satellites. He picked up on it pretty easily. So, Shadow, can you please get Gun here for me? I was like, sure. Somebody give up. As all of a sudden, the door, they hear a knock at the door. He's like, Mom, I'll get it. So he gets up and he goes to the door as there is Chris, basically, and Rouge. And he's like, sir. He was like, Shadow. Huh? Oh, Dr. Ivo. And basically, he comes in after Shadow says, come in, as quickly as he can before, he just runs in. He goes, thank you. And then he asks Rouge, why are you here? He was like, easy, we have a mission. Well, we were going to have a mission because we heard Dr. Ivo was here. So, bodyguard duty. He's like, what about Sally? She goes, oh, well, I still had to bodyguard her, but, when you basically need to go do something else real quick. Eggman's been inactive for quite a while. He's like, oh, I see. So, basically, what happens is this. Chris, sits down in a chair, Rouge is standing right next to him, and he basically just asks, so, Dr. Ivo, why are you here? He goes, before you even ask, no, it's not to have his mom to come work for me. I mean, she is retired from this. She just has a normal job. It's like, I see. Reasons? He was like, for him, as he points to Shadow. Ivo is. He was like, I want him to get in contact with you. And, well, you're about to say I'm stupid of this, but it's about those events that have been happening all around the world. He goes, what do you think of it? And basically he shows him the book, tell him the legend of Dark Gaia and Light Gaia, and that's saying that, hold on. Okay, and so, what happens is that he says about, that he basically got into contact with Dr. Eggman. And, well, they just look at him. Rouge's about to say something, but Chris tells her to hold. He's like, explain. He goes, well, you see, I wanted to talk to him from scientist to scientist on our perspective. He analyzed the book from what the pages I could send, and he has determined some stuff happening. Earthquakes, eruptions of, mountains that have been inactive for centuries. In some areas, cave-ins, plants dying. It has been happening all around the world. He was like, which Chris says, yes, from what I can tell from these pictures, is that I cannot read glyphs. that seems to be what's happening. So, why do you need Gun's help? He's like, we need facilities, and I need someone to come with me to be a bodyguard. Eggman will be at other facilities. And I need the Shadow here to help make an artificial Chaos Emeralds. Which, that surprises everyone. Because, like, not to the point where they actually are Chaos Emeralds, they're just emerald shape. Crystal-like form, basically. And it's just have the power to be keep on energizing, so that way we can stabilize the planet until we can figure out why is Dark Gaia, or my belief is Dark Gaia, I meant to say, or whatever's happening. Because the energy from these, fake emeralds are going to, be spreading around the planet to analyze what's happening, then we can figure out the determined location where it will happen. And then we can try to prevent it from stopping. In which Shadow says, I see. And the only way you can do that is I help. Which he says yes. And I need Gun's, help too. Wait, hold on, everyone. Alright, sorry. So, as we left off, is, as I was saying, yeah, about the fake emeralds and all that. He was, alright then, that should be at least helpful. And he goes, do you remember how, I don't know if you were there when Dr. Midoriya was, he goes, no, but there should be some research back in the old lab. Which Chris is like, old lab? It's like, when I woke up. I looked through everything I could, but there might be some more information. I'll go there. Which Amy gets up. She goes, wait a minute, you're just gonna rush into something without, and help out someone without even thinking? It's like, of course. I mean, I know it's kind of not my character, but let's just say I was basically told to always do the right thing, even if it seems stupid. So, I'm gonna go. Mom, boss, Rouge, Dr. Ivo, see ya. Which, when he's about to walk, Amy says, right away, I'm coming with. And which, Inko just looks at her and he's like, sweetie, who's this? He's like, oh, this is Amy, my friend. I wanted you to meet her, but, all this happened. She's like, oh. Which, she does say, hi, my name is Amy Rose. It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I mean, I wish we could talk, Mom, but I don't want him to be by himself just in case something happens. He's like, what's gonna happen to me? I am the ultimate life form. She goes, you can get into a lot of trouble by yourself. I mean, you're fast and all, but can you really outrun being in trouble? And then he thinks about it for a few minutes. He goes, maybe. But fine, come on. So he just picks her bridal style, and just all of a sudden, he's just gone. Like, the door wasn't even open, but then somehow it just did, and boom. So, I was just saying, does he usually do that? And that's my dog, but hold on. As Inko says, nope, this is the first time. So, basically Chris, aka the General, says, we'll be helping you out. And my full support. And are you sure Dr. Eggman can be trusted? As Dr. Ivo says, he gave me his word as a scientist to a scientist. I believe we can trust in him. As then he thinks, of course you can trust in me. I may be a madman in some way or form, but this is still my home planet. I will not allow this place to be destroyed yet again. And then he just thinks back to the Metarex. It's like, those stupid tin cans. Willing to take a planet seed just to make yourself even more powerful. Anyways, hopefully we can prevent anything from happening. And if Sonic finds out about this, then he's just gonna cause more of a problem. So, Meanwhile, with Shadow and Amy, as she's basically seeing Shadow, running. She's like going like, "Whoa! I didn't know you could. Well, I didn't know this part of the town, well, part of the city." As basically when he stops in front of this old abandoned place, he goes, "Of course. No one wants to suspect a secret underground lavatory down here. Come." Basically, he just realized he's so, like, he did stop in front of it, and then when he said come, he just realized he's holding her. So he puts her down, and he was blushing. He's like, sorry. She goes, it's fine. Come on. So basically, they get into the garage. He flicks the switch, basically to have the elevator go down. As when they go down, she sees, she goes, whoa, this is, amazing. He was like, yeah, I haven't been here in a while, but that's where I found my bike. Man, I'm still surprised. Wow, I really forgot their names. Hold on. Okay, as in, he said, okay, now I remember the names. It's like, man, it's been a while since I even talked to Issei and Mark. And then she was like, wait, Issei and Mark? You mean the vice... Yes, the vice minister slash president of Japan and the president and minister of Japan, basically. They're, they're old friends of mine. Which, that shocks her. She was like, what do you mean? How? He goes, oh, they both have somewhat of immortality quirks. Come on. As when he just says that so casually, she's just shocked by that. He goes, now then, let's get to the main lab. And when basically they get there, she sees this, like, pod. She was like, what is this? He's like, oh, that's how I was frozen for 50 or 150 years. It's been a long time since I've been here. Anyways, there should be power still working here. Hold on. When Shadow is about to go to the computer, it just goes on. He goes, what the? And so, basically, they see that there is a, search. And he's like, what? A search bar? How? I mean, there probably should have been one to, like, search for any files and such, but have it be on right away? This is strange. So, basically, he's typing in, files on the Chaos Emeralds. How to make, or say, Project Chaos Emeralds. Which it comes up. And which, well then, he goes, interesting. Which Amy asks, wait, what do you mean? He's like, seems like all the Chaos Emeralds were made here. And he brings out his own, summons it. He's like, so, if I can even scan it, see if the structure of its compounds are actually to make it correct. But there is no scanner here. Wait. As basically there's something he sees to put like a circle-ish area, and there's like a cover. So he lifts up the cover, puts the Chaos Emerald into that circle area, and then all of a sudden he puts the cover down. As in it says scanning process enabled, scanning emerald. As then where it does scan it, it says all components match. Full successful Chaos Emerald. He goes, huh. So, this is how it was made. Interesting. It already seemed like they were already made, but didn't have no chaos energy. So they somehow used the chaos energy within the fake one to combine with the real one, and came back into being a real one. That made no sense, but that's how it seems like from these notes. Which Amy's like, huh? Look, as basically just shows the what it's saying. We basically had one of the artificial emeralds. Since technically, I went back to see the guardian of the Master Emerald. I asked of him about the emeralds. He said they were old, and they had no more power left. So, he gave me it, and he said try to revive them in any way possible. And so, basically, through the combination of a fake with a real one, we revived the Chaos Emerald with its full power. And, surprisingly, it worked. The real emerald got its power back by even another layer of the fake emerald being over it. So, because of this, the emeralds are a little bit more stronger than before and have a little bit more power, but that will not be a problem. And then basically he's like, okay, so experiment. I see where it was taking place here. Which maybe he's like, wait, they were made here? The fake ones, at least. Come on. So basically, they go to a section of the lab area, and she goes like, "Wait, what's most of this stuff in these two?" It's like, "Oh, just files on what my powers are, what I can do with them, about Chaos Energy Demon 2, and some gear they said was made for me." Now, basically, they make a right, they go straight down, they make a left, and on the right side, hand side, basically, there's a area called I3, and she goes, "Wait, huh?" Goes, "This is how the Chaos Emeralds are made in here." And he basically opens the door as it does open, and he sees the equipment. It's basically old and dusty. He goes, "Huh. Alright, let's see if this will work." She goes, "But isn't this, an obsolete sort of thing?" "Somewhat, but you never know. These old machines may still have some life in them." So, as as the Shadow goes over to the computer, he types in some, to see if anything works, and he finds the power button, and, it does start up. And he goes, "Hello, Dr. Midoriya. What would you need?" And he's like, "An AI? Huh, guess my mom really was special. Or I'm just really intelligent for her time." She goes, "Wait, you are not Dr. Midoriya?" He goes, "No, my name is Shadow, also known as Izuku." She goes, "Oh, you were him. Then Dr. Midoriya always talked about you. And, it seems you're unfrozen." He goes, "Yeah, were you up when I was..." She goes, "No, I was only in this lab. But I can basically move around the facility. But I'd rather have stayed in here to guard the machine for anyone who basically tried to make more emeralds." He goes, "Well, that's the thing. I am here to make emeralds, but..." As basically brings out his own, he was like, "Not, like this. More of a, how should I say this, crystal version of it." He goes, "Really? What form?" He's like, "I guess a ruby look?" She goes, "All 7?" He was like, "Yes. Do not worry about the, chaos energy. There's, probably no more." She goes, "That is correct. The last of it was basically to make the last, fake emerald before merging with the real one." He's like, "Yeah, I got unlimited, so..." He goes, "I see. Alright then. Please, make a design of how it's supposed to look, and we'll go from there." He goes, "Right." So he does ask, the AI where to go. She goes, "Basically, you see that desk over there?" And he goes, "Yes." She just says, "Just go there." And he goes, "Alright, Amy, want to help me on this one?" She goes, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, I mean, come on." He goes, "Sure." So, basically, Amy and Shadow starting your design. I mean, it's just like a few drawings. Basically, how they made it look, she could just say there was a game with these rubies that always came in different colors. So, how about we just make a design off of them? He's like, I don't know what they look like. Can you draw them for me?" She goes, "Sure." So basically, she drew a design, and he was like, "How's that?" He goes, "Yes, that will work." So basically, they go back over to the AI, and he goes like, "How's this?" And she goes, "That'll work. We have enough materials to make that amount. So please just have it over to the scanner over on the right side, and we can get started." He goes, "Right." So he puts the paper onto the scanner. It scans the design of it, and it starts working. She does say, though, these basically are, well, how strong do you want them to be? He's like, they have to be strong, enough to handle an output to a reactor. She was like, oh, that isn't that simple. I mean, that's actually just the lowest setting on the strength compatibility for it. He's like, huh? Really? He's, yes, but we'll make it at least a medium just in case. We don't want them to break, do we? She goes, in Shadow, and Amy goes, no. So it makes it real quick, and well, I'm sorry. And basically, then Shadow like grabs them, and he basically puts them both. I mean, they're the size of his hand, like bigger than his hand. But so he puts them one by one, cover both of his hands, put chaos energy into them, and then they become powered by it. So they start glowing like the regular emeralds. Hold on, real quick. All right, so when they start to glow, he's like, "Yes, wait." So he basically asks, "Can we basically use the scanner to scan how much power is in them?" She goes, "Sure." So they do it individually, and through the calculation, he goes, "Well, it is technically infinity, just like as you say, but they are limited in power." And he's like, "Just because the Master Emerald's way more powerful than them." Just yes. So they are not they're not as powerful as you, but they are greatly deal of much power. He's like, right. Thank you. And then he kind of looks at Amy, and then like in the AI, he's like, I have a question to ask you. Which AI goes like, yes. Do you want to come with us? He goes, huh? Look, I know you're an AI, but I feel bad for leaving you down here. Besides, it'd be a great deal if you want to, for you to come. You can at least tell me what my mom was doing. I mean, I technically do have a mom, but she's the great granddaughter of Dr. Inko. And she's just shocked by this. She goes, wait, you mean she actually, basically had a kid and everything? He was, yeah. I mean, she left in a message saying that she was getting married. He was like, I see. Oh, I'm glad. I would love to meet, her great grandchild. He was like, good, because she looks exactly like her. She goes, which then, basically all of a sudden the AI, it was just like a screen with, you know, just a voice, as in all of a sudden they could just see an actual person there. It looks like an actual, person there, but it just looks like a kid Izuku. He goes, wow, she based off your humanoid design after me? And the AI goes like, I mean, she missed you a lot and stuff, so she just wanted to remember the good memories. But I'd love to come with, but I don't know how to, leave. And well, basically Zuko pulls out his phone. He was like, "This will work, hopefully." I mean, is there like a port I could plug? You know, and basically I goes like, I mean, yeah. Wait, and Zuko was like, I mean, Shadow goes like, wait, do you even have a name? She goes, not she, but he goes like, oh yes, I do have a name. Basically, I am intelligence zero ultra compatibility operator Izuko. I mean, not Izuku. Wait. Oh, I just said Izuko. It's like that's kind of like my name, but just she was basically I was like huh. It's just because well she made my design based off of you, but she wanted to give me something else, so turned out the name will be Izuko. So I guess we're kind of like brothers. And Shadow was like, no, I no. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just no, not right now. I just met you. She goes, fair point. So basically, there was basically some a wire to basically to the machine, so he can basically put his phone to charge. and well, he actually was downloading the AI into it, and so after that, he basically says, he says, "Uzuko, you're there?" As Uzuko appears, he's like, "Yes, I'm here." Ah, man, it's gonna be great to see the outside world again. It's been so long. He's like, "All right then, I'll put you in my pocket. Basically, my phone will be off, but just let me know. You can still talk through it, right?" He goes, "Try it." Anyway, so when Zuko, not like turns off his phone, but the screen goes blank, black, and he's like, "Yes, I can still talk to you." It's like, "Good." So he puts his phone into his pocket. Amy and him are leaving with the crystals in a bag, and rubies in the bag and such. And then they leave to get back home. When he arrives home, and Ko's still there. He tells her what's happened. Doctor, Ivo and Chris, basically the general there. He basically shows them the rubies, and then he basically shows Izuko, the AI, and Ivo was like, "I can't believe it! It's actually you!" He was like, "Oh, you must be well, I guess." Oh my God, was that a woodpecker? Yeah, whatever. See, you must be a doctor, right? He goes, "Yes, I am. I am Doctor Ivo." He's like, "Hmm. Do you? Well, your name is that your last name?" He's like, "Yes. My first name I do not like to say much because of old memories of my great grandfather. My family always just says our last names to everyone." It's like, "Oh, I see. Was you're the yes?" It was Dr. Robotnik. And I try to, undo my great grandfather's deeds. And Eggman is my technically twin brother, but I got the better looks in the family. As, well, Izuku, Shadow's like, "I really don't see the difference." Whichever just looks at him, he's like, "What? I'm just saying, I don't see the difference." So, after that, Inko says, "Why does he look like you a little bit?" He's like, "Oh, that's when I was a kid before the, transformation thing." And she was like, "Oh." He was like, "Wow, you were right. She does look like Dr. Midoriya." In which he goes, "Yeah. So, this is Izuko." And basically just says what I just said about what, it's basically the name means that I see UKO means. She's like, "Wow, my great grandmother was amazing," and I was simply astounded by this. And so, well, the general asks, basically Chris asks, "How much time do we have left?" He goes, I'll have to tell Issei and Mark about this right away." He was like, "Oh," and then basically goes, "Oh, no, I called them up and explained the situation. And they're allowing it to basically, they build one in Japan. They're basically going to be talking to other, world, basically, leaders of the world. It'll take a couple of days." And he does not. And so, Amy's like, "Is this going to be dangerous?" He was like, and he just shrugs. He's like, "Who knows?" So, after that, couple of days passed. They were technically, all of them agreed because Ivo talked to them with a holographic image of Eggman, and they explained the situation, what was happening, and basically one of the leaders like, "How can we make sure? How can we believe this is real?" And then basically Ivo and Eggman point out some recurrent things that happens from the story, technically the book in real life, and then he says, "Oh, could it be a coincidence?" He goes, "No, it's not." But anyways, so yeah, so though during these 2 days though, we would technically go into the hero killer arc. And well, let's just say this. Since Shadow was a part of the sports festival, he had to be a part of, the hero basically, stuff. I mean, choosing a name and everything. So, when they get to him, he was like, "What's gonna be your hero name?" He's like, "Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog." It's easy, simple, and I don't really have to, use anything different. In which everyone just looks at him and says, it works. Aizawa even nods. So, Sal, I mean, if you guys are wondering about Uzuko the AI, where is he? Kind of being, he went with Gun, and scientists are basically trying to make a actual realistic, body for him, basically. So, yeah, Rouge is there too, so, anyways, and then Aizawa was like, anyways, now we're going to, choose what you're going to be intern with. And, Shadow, he goes, yeah, you have a lot. Some people are amazed by what you were able to do, so at least half of the heroes wants you to, work with them. But then Shadow goes like, even you? He goes, yes. Oh, I already chose my hero I'm gonna be intern with. He goes, huh? You. Wait, what? He goes, I mean, we don't really talk that much because of, work. And then you come back, you're tired. And, then there's the fact of, me doing some hero work. Which everyone's like, huh? And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. So, father-son bonding time then? He goes, father-son bonding time. He's right then. And, Aizawa is thinking, yes, I love my son. He's awesome. So, everyone chooses their hero agencies, and, Aizawa and Shadow, for the next, basically the 2 days, the talk was pretty easy. Because it was a talk on this day when they were making the hero names and the intern shit was happening, so that's how. And the second day was like the approval of it, of the whole entire arcs reactor. Well, basically the whole entire arc reactors, basically for the Chaos Emeralds to be Chaos Rubies to be all over the world and such. And now we're gonna be skipping for the next for the next week. You see, what happens is this. Shadow and Aizawa have been taking down heroes during the day and night. And so, Amy has been talking to Shadow in the day whenever she can, and Sally and Sonic chose the same hero agency, which he has basically gone with someone who could basically help him in getting stronger in hand-to-hand combat, and, his speed. In which surprises Sally, but she wanted to do exactly the same thing too, so yeah. So, anyways, though, what will be going to where the day of the, the whole entire hero, killer, and Nomu is happening that day. I don't really remember the name of where it was, so I don't really care right now. Anyway, so while they're doing patrol, there's an explosion happening, and which is I was like, Shadow, let's go. He's like, right. So they just run across the building top. He jumps. No, he's basically keeping up with Aizawa. Aizawa says, "Don't hold back because of me. Get there as quickly as possible." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yes. I'll catch up as soon as I can." He's like, "There'll be no one there for you then, Dad." He's like, "It doesn't matter as long as people are safe." He's like, "I know. I just," he goes, "Shadow, don't feel worried about me. I'll be fine. I'm stronger than I look." He goes, "I know." "Then go." He goes, "Right, sir." As he just dashes away. As I was just saying to himself, he has a good heart. Afraid of losing the people he cares about. Man, he is a problem child, but he's my problem child. So Shadow gets there to where the no moon's happening. He's like, "Oh, these guys again, huh? Well then." As basically he's making a beam as Fleetway says, "Tell the Earth to get out of the way." He's like, "Right. Hey, you want to be heroes? Get the hell out of the way if you don't want to die." In which they like, huh? As you basically see energies, coming into his hand. As they basically all get out of the way, some go into alleyways, some people are, some of the heroes are basically, getting like a few civilians out of the way. As then he basically, you know, shoots the blast forward. I'm just putting on my fan because my parents are back now. But anyways, so as it just get rid of all the Nomus who were there. As then he goes, simple. Then he goes, wait, this energy. Ida! What did that idiot get himself into? And when Aizawa gets there, he goes, I raise her head. I sense Ida nearby. I'm gonna go to him. I'm gonna go to him and make sure he's not in danger. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, he says that as I was like, wait, what? Go! Save him! As he goes, right. So Shadow speeds off to where, well, Ida is. And when he gets there, he sees that, Sting is near to his, head. Basically he's just about to stab Ida. As then Shadow yells out, "Time stop!" As everything stops time. As Shadow, is walking over to Stain, as Stain goes, "Wait, what? I can't move." He goes, "This is an area where time is stopped. The only one who can move in here is me. Now," as he basically punches Stain and immediately grabs his sword out of his hand, away from Ida's head. So, when time resumes, Stain goes sent flying as, as Shadow has Stain's sword. As Ida goes like, "Shadow, why are you here? You should not be here." He's like, "Listen here." As then he points the sword at, Ida's face. He goes, "If you think the path of revenge is the way a hero should act, and yet you say anything ain't hero-like, you should really, and I mean really, rethink your values. Tenya Ida. Because if not, then I'll have to arrest you." Which Stain's like, just another wannabe. Wait, you're the Shadow kid, right? As basically he's holding a sword, on his shoulders now. He's like, "Yeah, what about it?" He goes, "I got no beef with you, but with," he sees, Shadow sees, Ida, then Native. He goes, "Oh, Native, how have you been?" He goes, "Good, just been stabbed." He's like, "I got you. You're gonna be healed soon, don't worry." He's like, "Thank you, Shadow. You're a big help." He's like, "No problem." He's like, "Wait, you know this fake?" He goes, "Fake?" He goes, "Yes. He is not a true hero." And he goes, "Heroes? Sorry to tell you, but there aren't really any true heroes. All heroes have a secret side of them that no one wants to know. So, why don't you say, there are no true heroes?" Then he basically goes on about All Might and such. And then Shadow goes like, "You're an idiot." Which he was like, "Huh? You basically think All Might's all-powerful?" He is nothing compared to the ultimate life form. And as basically Shadow stabs the sword into the ground, which pierces it, which that shocks Stain and, Native and Ida. He goes, "I will show you who is true all-powerful, and a sign of a true hero. I'll beat some sense into you, hero killer. Now, show me what you're made of." As, Stain takes out some knives, throws it at, Shadow. He just he just runs forward, catches all the knives, throws them back. Stain dodges them, but when he looks to his, back to where, he saw Shadow, he's right in front of him instead. And, well, let's just say, he gets punched in the stomach, and then kicked in the head, kicked back in the stomach, sent him flying upwards, jumps up, axe kick him in the back, sends him down, Stain gets up, he goes, wow, what is your quirk? He goes, if I told you, you would never believe it. He goes, yeah, so what? As Stain, has one of his knives again, nicking Shadow on the arm, which, well, Stain laughs. And he's like, why you laughing, hero killer? Because this is where you lose, kid. And, he likes the blood, and, well, Shadow feels like he can't move no more. He's like, what the? He goes, you really gave me a run for my money for a minute, but you got too cocky. As, well, Shadow just thinking, he was like, so that must be his quirk. It's a good thing I let him, hit me with the knife on purpose. Let's see where he, goes. He goes, I'm here to finish my job and my mission. As he goes over to Ida again, and he basically, walk past Shadow, walk over to Ida again, walk past Shadow, as then he goes, you're not ready to die yet. He goes, now you don't know who I am. I am Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. I am the ultimate life form, and something as meanly as your quirk cannot hold me! As he's letting out chaos energy, basically ground started to float, breaking apart, coming off of him, coming off the ground basically, and breaks. As he goes, what the? As he transformed into Super Shadow, and he goes, I didn't think that would work. But forcing chaos energy from my whole entire body to make me move by transforming into Super Shadow really did came in handy. And so he de-transforms. He's like, what? How is that possible? He was like, let me say this again. All heroes have a side they do not want someone to see. The fakes merely go for money and fame. The real heroes, well, they're allowed to run and sacrifice themselves with every one of their choices. They die, they'll be forgotten. They live because they have someone ready for them at home, waiting for them at home. If you cannot understand that, think just because they run away because they're a fake, then you have no right to judge anyone. Chaos Spear! As he basically, moves his hand when it was upwards down as, well, a huge, basically a medium-sized Chaos Spear comes down, hidden Stain, and, well, blows up a little bit. Because when the dust, stops, basically it's gone, Stain's knocked out. He goes, this was too easy. Now then. So he walks over to Native, heals him, goes over to Ida, heals him. He was like, now listen here, Ida Tenya. You have no right to do whatever you want just because your, well, family is basically pro-heroes. And that doesn't give you a right to go after revenge. Thinking, oh, it's your responsibility. You know how many more people have died to this man? No, because you're only obsessed with one thing. Revenge for your brother. Your brother would never even want this. And, you're not even, well, Stain is right. You don't even have the heart of a true hero. Yet. So, stay in UA. Learn from your mistake. Make sure this will never happen again. And become a hero that your brother and your family and the people around you believe you can become. Understand? As Ida's looking down in shame, he was like, yes, I understand. He's like, good. Now, Native, are you alright? Like, yeah, I think I can walk now, thanks. He goes, no problem. What about him? As he just Shadow holds out his hand as he has chaos binding. As well, energy wraps around Stain. And so Shadow picks up Stain and just walking away with him out the alleyway. And, well, Aizawa was there when he got halfway through and he claps. He goes, nice job. You did very well. He says, well, it was easy and I need to know about his quirk. So I technically let him nick me a little. I have a feeling Amy's gonna be nagging me. I mean, not nagging, yelling at me for getting hurt. Which, he just asks, "Are you two a thing?" He's like, no. Why? He goes, "Oh no, seems like you guys are." He's like, "Shut up, Dad." So, after that, basically they get out. The Nomu tries to, basically try to get his shadow, and he just simply chaos controls. Above it, chaos spears it into the back, goes down, and, that's where his father thinks, but no, multiple steers are going towards this Nomu, and then he basically just spin dashes into it, killing it. He's like, too easy. Shiraki's doing the whole time scratching, being pissed off thing. So yeah. And, well, out of that, they do get back to UA. They will go back to UA the next day, so. And since technically Izuku is a part of the, um, worldwide military force, he has a license to do what he wants, basically help out heroes and such, or, take, down villains. Yeah, police chief can't do nothing. There's no talk. There is nothing. So, sorry, had to, have that happen. But anyways, so basically, Fleetwood says, "Nice job. You did a really good job there." Kiddo, he's like, "Thanks, Uncle." I hope that basically went too far for you. He's like, "No, you did a nice job." I mean, he learned from his mistake now. So, what's gonna happen? He's like, go to UA and hopefully I get out early. Because the whole entire, reactors are gonna be coming on. It's like, right. I have to. Basically, he receives a message from Chris. Basically, what should I say? Phone call. He picks up. He's like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Shadow, we need you to be with Dr. Ivo in 2 days." Like, why not tomorrow? He goes, "Well, the facilities are still being built. In 2 days' time, we'll need you to be there. It'll be a weekend. So, please." He's like, "Right. I will." Good. And thank you, Shadow, for everything you've done. I also received word that you took down the hero killer Stain. He's like, "Yes." So I'm also, okay, quick thing, just want to say, I think I made it his mission, so it's like, it's also a part of the mission, so I took 2 birds out with 1 stone. It's like, I remember, money will be transferred to your account. Thank you again, Shadow. He's like, no problem. So after that, he hangs up, and, they will technically go to UA the next day, as everyone has heard about what Shadow did. No one knows about what Ida, about Ida or anything. So we'll just ask him a question: how did you, fight him so easily? He was like, someone like him was too easy to beat. He was no match for me. Even with his quirk was to paralyze me through my blood. I basically used my chaos energy throughout my whole entire body. It is not limited to my movements, and I forced myself to move and get out of his quirk. Which then he's like, "Yo, that's so cool. How did you come up with a plan like that?" He's like, "Simple. I am the ultimate life form. Nothing as a quirk like his can hold me." Like, awesome. So Amy's like, "Wait, how did his quirk?" He was like, "Oh, I kinda let him nick me with his blade." Which Amy's like, "Where?" It's like left arm, and then all of a sudden she basically pulls up and there's like no bandage or something. He's like, "I healed myself." He's like, "You basically let yourself get hurt on purpose?" And she was like, "Yes." Found out what his quirk was. She goes, "Shadow, we're gonna have a long discussion about this." He's like, "Yes." Which everyone's just thinking, are we like invisible to them? And Sonic is just like, when did Amy get so overprotective of him? Don't tell me they're a thing. I mean, I'm with Sally, but still, why of him all people? And so, this is where we're gonna end the part. Alright, I'm just Starting to feel a little bit tired. I need to take a nap. Um, or just exhausted. Had a rough night, I think. Like, actually, no, I always have problems sleeping, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, hopefully this will be uploaded in like an hour or so. So, I'll be making Ruby part 6, and then hopefully tonight I can make Naruto Gravewalker. Then tomorrow night after work, hopefully Deku gets Black Panther's powers. You know? So yeah, anyways, bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye.